They are.
Are you playing?
I am right now. I'm hitting one over. Cool. Well, it's just go shit. That's an easy one.
Drop.
Yeah, that's all I need.
The last time I ate ribs.
You had a fucking
No,
idiot.
that what got me sick, but I had it that.
That's
That was
fine.
bad.
The
Not
audience.
staying up.
Hey, they got some pills for that, you know.
It's called
Hey, we gotta do a we need to do an endorsement.
McDonald's.
That's enough. See, I
You're right. You're right.
need to get an
Tomcat record samples
right.
as we're doing
deal with Roe.
You're
doing
right.
the show. Do you record people as they talking?
They do that. Make them.
All right.
Actually, I have some, but that,
Everything
AI
helps.
something, but
Everything
I'm
helps.
telling you.
Stop acting
Nice.
stupid. Stop acting
Can you imagine some
stupid.
goofy doing this shit?
All right, are we ready?
I thought Tomcat made that track.
Remember, everybody can't talk at once, so
Eat
let's
the
all
cats.
respect everyone's time on the microphone. And we will start the show in 5 seconds. Stand by.
How dare you?
We'll do it live. Fuck it.
Go live.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. We'll do it live. Fuck it. We'll do it live. Fuck it.
I love it. I love it.
The Outcast Podcast, where diversity meets hilarity. A white guy, a brown guy, and a black guy walk in to do a podcast, and this is what you get. The Outcast Podcast. It's the white knuckle thrill ride that'll have you at the edge of your seat. Rolling Stone raves. They're unstoppable. A force to be reckoned with. New episodes drop weekly. Stream it on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Watch weekly live on YouTube. The Outcast Podcast.
Welcome in, everybody. The weather's fine here in the studio. We are deep down south
How
broadcasting.
you doing? How your mama doing?
Did the Vols win over the weekend?
We did. We beat Florida.
Beat them Gators.
We beat the Gators, and we got the mouth breathers Saturday.
And what's the current ranking for the Tennessee Vols?
We are number 11. We were 6 for a while, but then we dropped out.
Yeah, who beat you guys? You got surprised by
Yeah,
somebody.
we got Arkansas, and the motherfuckers
those
came.
Razorbacks. You got to
They
watch
came
out
to
for
play.
a
Hey,
Razorback.
Arkansas came to play. I was like, oh shit, we're in for a long day. And we usually, when we play them, it's always a tough. Like Arkansas is a pain in our ass, so I knew it would probably go their way, which they did. But you know, we bounced back. Now it's time to beat down some damn mouth breathers.
and who are the mouth breathers again?
You know who they is.
Ohio?
No.
He says that Alabama fans.
Alabama.
Yeah, people from
Mouth
Alabama.
breathers.
Mouth breathers.
Good luck.
Hey, now Mike, I should tell you. So, we got some. I personally got a lot of pushback because of the mouth breathers and stuff, which I don't give a shit. Fuck them.
Right.
But we got a lot of hate mail because of the mouth breathers, and everybody knows them as mouth breathers now.
The Alabama football team is pretty damn good,
Nice.
although now Nick
Yeah,
Saban
right.
is gone. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's go to our Brown member. We actually have 2 this week. Double the fun, double the pleasure.
Still Ron Brown, yes.
Oh.
Here's the right one.
It was last week.
So if you're confused right now as a listener, I am also confused as a host because Ramo said I won't be here on the 16th, so have somebody fill in.
I did.
But looks like whatever he had going on, coming to the studio and smoking weed and hanging out with us, again, much more important.
Way
than
more
what's going on.
Way more important.
Now, Ramo, what happened to you last week?
All right. So, last week was a hurricane.
The week before that.
Yeah, the week before that, I had a serious E. coli infection in my stomach and lower intestines. So I spent the better part of all last week, pretty much doing that. And then, the hurricane hit. I was still out of it till pretty much last Friday.
Still shitting
I started
when the
feeling,
hurricane
I
hit.
was
You still shit.
all the way
He
through
made
it.
it by the last shit
All
too,
the-
because the hurricane was coming right after that last shit.
That's why
I was still shitting during the hurricane.
That's why
dog.
it turned.
I was
Shat.
when the
He shat
hurricane hit, I was just starting to be able to eat regular food.
The reason why you can't see him on camera this week is because we are social distancing from Ramo.
Yeah.
And
nobody wants E. coli.
he still smells like shit.
Yeah.
That's funny because I'm closer to you now.
All right, let's go to our brown representative on this week's show. DJ Mighty Mike.
Conga, baby.
How you doing, Mighty Mike? Welcome back.
I'm doing good, man. I'm not 5 feet underwater this time, and this is, all is good. All is good, man. I didn't lose a vehicle and all kinds of stuff, so I'm good.
For those of you who haven't met Mighty Mike, if you've been watching the show, 2 weeks ago we had him fill in. Ramo had an appointment, or the shits actually.
Yeah, it was the shits.
It was the shits.
No. The reason that I wasn't going to be here today is because I have dental work that I got to get done. But because of the illness and the hurricane, I didn't want to miss another day of work. Yeah. Not only that, just with all the money that we spent, I just didn't have the money to drop $1,000 on dental this week. So I moved it to next month.
All right, well.
Makes sense.
That makes sense, absolutely.
We have lots to talk about on this week's show. We missed last week due to the hurricane, but we're back, baby. The Outcast Podcast being brought to you by BetterHelp. If you need therapy, online therapy, quick, convenient, you can do it right there in front of your laptop with the camera on, with the camera off. All you have to do is go to betterhelp.com/outcast, use our code OUTCAST, and you can save 10% on your first month's therapy. And maybe you could get an Optimus robot over to your house to make you feel better, because over the weekend on the internets, I was seeing these Tesla robots. I don't know if you guys saw them, but
they were everywhere.
Yes.
You could
everywhere.
not know about
Elon
it.
was talking about it. I guess he had a big thing going on.
I think he put it at this convention where everybody was out talking to them. They had them walking around, and 2 Chainz was there talking to it, and the people were just they were walking around talking to people like a person.
Let's see.
R2D2.
Yeah, I don't like that shit.
Let's go to the truck. We do have some footage. This is, I believe, 2 Chainz's social media. 2 Chainz, not one. He has 2, and he's talking to the Optimus robot. Roll the tape.
Chainz.
There you go, man. 2 Chainz, how you doing?
What's up?
Hey, buddy, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good.
It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
What's your name?
I'm Optimus.
Okay. My name is Tony.
Tony?
Yeah.
Really?
2 Chainz's real name is Tony?
Tony Stark, baby.
Can you,
No, but not Tony
play
Stark,
basketball?
but
He just
Can you
lost
shoot,
2
jump
points.
shots?
Maybe one day.
I'll teach
Can
you.
you?
he asked him if he could ball out, play some basketball.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank
man.
you, Tony.
Thank you, brother.
So now what have we heard? Memphis, have you heard what these things can do for you? Somebody told me they could do your laundry. They could mow the yard.
Do you in the butt.
What can they do? You know what these robots can do?
Disgusting.
Have you heard?
What they're just gonna do you? Yeah, that's right. They're gonna do you. They're gonna fucking kill you.
I'm glad
They're
I
gonna
went to
fucking
you.
kill
This
you.
is,
Yeah.
Next.
Let's go to Mighty Mike. Mighty Mike, what have you heard that these robots can do?
Well, I mean, they, probably wash your balls and your car.
This guy.
And
You want a robot?
He joins
washing your
in.
balls?
We moved on from that one.
Get the hands that are made out of some gelatin or something.
Let's sum it up to this. They're going to do everything that your wife won't do for you when you're old. How about that?
Well, right now
we need to get a mouth on that thing.
Sold.
Yeah,
To the highest bidder.
He'll buy one right now.
Does it got an asshole or what? I mean, we got to know.
Elon-
Diddy's asking.
Is that what you want? Is that what
The
you
Diddy,
want, Tom?
the Diddy remix
That's
of
what Tom
Optimus.
wants.
It's the Diddy remix.
How many holes does it have? Is what
It's,
I want.
it's the bad boy version. It has the label.
Bad boy.
Why,
Bad
you
boy
gonna
right
check
in the
its
front.
oil?
I want the extra hole
Take that,
version
take
with the
that.
extendo and extra holes.
Silicone.
So I hear these AI robots are like $20,000, which is, I don't think that expensive.
That's not bad.
Especially if the thing could go to the grocery store for you. I was thinking that what might be cool is if you have an idea, you need a business plan for, you could just tell Optimus, hey, go do the research, print it all out for me. I'm going to need projections. I'm going to need a cash flow statement. I'm going to need to know how much money I'm going to need to run this business. And maybe the thing can spit out business plans for you.
Hell yeah.
And you could go raise money. So maybe you could invest in one of these robots. I just don't know how slick they are.
I was thinking
know.
that exact same thing, and you could go to a bank and get a loan, buy the robot, have the robot, it works, pays off the fucking loan,
Yeah,
buy
see,
another
yeah,
robot.
people
Next thing you know, you got a whole army.
Elon got people out here about the special finance shit and all this stuff carrying on. Like, I'm telling you, man, this shit is finna fucking kill you.
Now, did you hear the story about iRobot, this movie that came out? I don't know what year.
With Will
Smith.
2004, and it's 2024.
So 20 years ago.
20 years ago to the date.
Funny.
Folks.
Fiction 20 years ago, reality today.
And if you look at the car and the robots, they all look alike.
Star Trek. Cell phone, 1978, 1979. Cell phones, what, 1990 something?
What about the Jetsons? How about the Jetsons? They had flying cars.
So
the Jetsons, they had the robotic vacuum cleaner. 20 years later,
he's calling his new taxi the Robo Taxi. What's next? RoboCop.
Fuck that. See,
and then Terminator, right? I mean, isn't that where we're going here, folks? Everyone knows it.
Yeah,
I mean,
the movies predict our future
every time. Every time.
Scary.
Listen, I am so ready to shoot the shit out of these things. Are you? Who else is not ready to shoot these things?
I'm gonna be setting traps and shit. See,
and don't put one in front of me at Home Depot, or I'm get the fuck out of my way here, guy. Get out of my way, guy.
Hey, personal
You're not going to send that thing to get in line and get in my way. Bing! Get the fuck out of here.
Will Smith hated them all, remember?
Yes, he did. He did.
Let's roll some of that footage from the truck with the iRobot movie so we can see how much these robots look like the Tesla robots.
Look at that.
Pretty damn close with the footage I'm seeing. It does look a lot like the robots. There's the Tesla robot. Now go back to the other one.
The taxi thing is the really weirdest because the taxi thing definitely looks like the one from the movie where they all come out of and attack him.
So that's the movie. Yeah, it's definitely really, really close between the Tesla robot and the iRobot from the movie.
Oh, yeah, see, I don't like that, man.
Oh, they dance. That's cool.
Are they suing them?
Huh.
So yeah, I think the makers of iRobot are actually suing Elon Musk because they're saying that, especially that, if you saw that taxi thing, I mean, it looks exactly like the stuff in the movie. So it's almost like Elon is might be taking
stealing concepts and ideas. Yeah.
He's wild, though. I mean, I got another story about what he did with launching his Starship and everything yesterday and catching the heavy rocket and shit. This guy's doing all kinds. He's building a fleet of robots for everybody to take everybody's jobs, which I'm not exactly too happy about that part because places are going to hire these things. You know how many people fold clothes or do little things that these robots can do? Why would I pay? And how many rich people have a nanny or something? Why would I pay a nanny when I can have this thing?
Right.
For $20,000.
Yeah, you think, and it ain't about that.
Right, exactly. These things are going to put a lot of people out of jobs. So Elon Musk actually talked about that we're going to have a universal basic income. I don't know about that, but all I do know is there's definitely some changes coming. I don't know what.
Now there is an article that came out.
Funny you should say that.
Bring that up, but there is an article that says that these Tesla robots that were at this event were being controlled by humans, and they weren't really the Optimus programming. Tesla's prototype Optimus robots were controlled by humans.
I can see that.
This, according to ARS America website. So I don't know if this is in multiple sources, but this came out yesterday, saying that they did use artificial intelligence to control their walking and their movements, but the
talking was done by somebody somewhere
the talking and stuff was done by humans that are controlling it.
Well, what if you just had the robot move around, but then you had a place where people were and they actually talked through the robot to you, which would be actually really creepy. Or you could be an avatar for your own robot. That'd be cool. Send it out. I have a headset on. I'm at home, and I'm basically at Home Depot. I'm the robot, but I'm just sitting at home with a headset. I'm talking to the lady. I'm paying.
Kind of like a mobile person.
Like a mobile person.
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
Yeah, that would be
so
fun.
How long?
It's a very video game. Is it
can it drive?
A video game like that?
Then you could fight somebody and be the robot. That'd be awesome.
You know what you want?
What's up, buddy?
Jackass.
Hey, what you gonna do? You gonna be a modern day transformer?
Dick.
Modern day transformers, I'll tell you.
Transformer.
All right, let's move on to our next story. We have breaking news here into the newsroom.
That was fun.
The Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, better known as DARPA, who was responsible for the first weather satellite back in 1960. Conspiracy theorists and some outlets are reporting that this agency, DARPA, can control the weather. Is that possible? Those stories and much more coming up here on the Outcast Podcast. Conspiracy theorists, do we believe that these people at DARPA, that they can control these storms. Do we think that? Do you think that, Tomcat?
I think they do cloud seeding. That's acknowledged for sure. They're saying that it only affects small areas, but cloud seeding is
What's
is
cloud?
real.
What's cloud seeding? Can you
All
explain
right,
that to the
so
audience?
it's right here at the top of the internet. I looked at it. Manipulating weather on a large scale is often considered conspiracy theory. The most widely acknowledged method of weather modification currently practiced is cloud seeding, which aims to increase rainfall, dispersing substance like silver iodine into the clouds, though effectiveness is still debated and largely localized to specific areas, they say.
All right, well, let's. We should look up. Can we look that up on the Chat GPT cloud seeding?
They did it in Vietnam, dude,
let's
and then when they were
fact
trying to
check.
swamp out the Ho Chi Minh Trail, bro. You never heard of that, bro? America.
That sounds like
America.
I just got a visualization, some goof ass white guy with a red ass mullet and a
Other potential methods that are mostly theoretical
shit.
include hurricane disruption. Ideas like spraying seawater with chemicals to weaken the hurricanes or using lasers to disrupt the storm formation are being explored but remain highly experimental. Climate engineering.
Wait a minute, you're going very fast. What are you saying about lasers? They can do what with these lasers?
Lasers.
I said
blazer.
It's saying here on Google that hurricane disruption is one of the methods. Ideas like spraying seawater with chemicals to weaken hurricanes or using lasers to disrupt storm formation are being explored but remain highly experimental, they're saying. Also, climate engineering. Large-scale proposals to manipulate climate, such as injecting aerosols into the stratosphere to reflect sunlight, we talked about that on an earlier episode, are considered highly controversial due to potential unintended consequences. They're really trying to do that, block out the sun with aerosols to make clouds to block the sun. That's real.
Now, Mighty Mike, have you heard any of this?
So, so the silver iodide is for sure something that they can do, but it has to be existing rainfall. In other words, you just can't, out of dry air or cold front, you just can't come up and spray the silver iodine and it work. However, if there's existing moisture, then it can work and you can extend the rainfall. So that really wouldn't be a modification of weather. That would be an enhancement. There's a difference. The other thing is in regards to that they're modifying is actually they're trying to modify hurricanes. They've been trying this for years and failing at it. Their best bet was using a poly material, something that's like a material that's used for like the bottom of Technique 1200s, the insulating material that prevents sound. It's very dense, and they can turn that into a dust, blow it into the hurricane, and apparently it weighs the wind down so that the hurricane loses its energy.
Gets all high on that dust, and it's just listening to like Pink Floyd.
It's a 170 mile an hour turntable that needs some weight. And so anyway, so that's what it is. But again, now they're polluting the oceans with poly material that, of course, goes into the fishes. We already know, we don't have to talk about the oceans, how messed up they are, right? With the with the straws and, I mean, plastics, right?
Not on Fort Myers Beach.
Bingo, right? And we all have polys or BP something in our blood system because of that. So, and then they have some other thing that they're trying as well. But the reality is that they cannot start hurricanes, and more importantly, they can't even stop them. But they are trying to stop them, but they're not going to, I don't think they're going to be able to because Mother Nature's just too strong. Canada and the United States signed a treaty that if they do weather modification, they have to talk about it through NOAA, the National Aeronautics Association. So they control all that with the treaty that they did. But I don't think men have that much power over anything. Nah. They can't even control themselves. Never mind the weather.
Now, can we show the graphic from the truck, please? That came from one of our local stations, NBC2. They showed from 2017 all the hurricanes that have hit the Gulf Coast. Now you see Harvey over there in Texas was a 4.
Harvey.
Now to me, if you wanted to play into this conspiracy.
Yeah.
Just looking, to me, this looks like you're over at Shoot Straight, the gun range.
Yeah.
And you're just like, hey, we want to wreak some havoc along the Gulf Coast of Texas and Louisiana. It looks like they're sparing Alabama and Mississippi.
I don't know what's going on with them mouth breathers.
Maybe they're looking out. The conspiracy theorists are looking out for
but it does,
Mississippi.
It does appear, and they've said they've all hit on the West Coast. So you would say if you wanted to wreak the most havoc, you would hit on the West Coast, which is actually one of the most storm surge prone areas in the entire world. The whole world, our West Coast. Yeah. So if you were going to wreak havoc, and like you said, that storm that just spun up out there, they was just sitting there. It was a tropical depression. If they were to do what you said, cloud seed it, they could have. It was already there. They could have done it. Yeah. Or if they were to harass it especially while it was really spinning up, I don't know. You know what I mean? And then the one that went up north, Helene, that really wreaked havoc. If they were to have cloud seeded it so that it rained more, well, it did. I don't know. I'm just saying. Like, I think that's very storm, creepy.
Yeah, that storm came from the Pacific. It actually was
it came from over Mexico.
Yeah. Before Mexico, on the California side. It was they called it something else over there.
Because I thought it was weird. I was like,
tsunami? Is that what they call it?
Yeah,
on typhoon.
Oh, typhoon. Thank you.
Yeah. So because I was like, man, this is weird. Because since I've been living in this state, I figured I better learn this a little bit. So I learned like weather patterns and stuff. Not like, well, this is kind of odd that the front like this is coming from the west because it's usually from the east.
They usually used to come off Africa.
Yeah, that's what most of them do. They do. But this one came. This one came the other way. It
depends on the season, though, because of the way that like all the fronts come in, and like now it's the cool front, so everything's happening lower in our atmosphere.
So I got a little hurricane,
the Caribbean and shit.
Hurricane data. The top 5 U.S. landfalls. Yeah. Number 1, Labor Day hurricane of 1935.
These are the top what kind of hurricanes?
This is the top 5 U.S. landfalls, hurricanes, right here.
The biggest ones.
Yep. Labor Day hurricane of by wind, usually. Labor Day hurricane 1935 killed 400 people, max sustained winds at landfall 185 miles an hour. Number 2, Hurricane Camille 1969, Mississippi Gulf Coast landfall, winds at 175. Storm surge was not that high, actually. Hurricane Michael, 2008, Cat 5, Mexico Beach, Florida, landfall 160 mile per hour winds. And then, of course, Hurricane Katrina, number 4, was in 2005, 28-foot fucking storm surge, highest ever recorded, struck with a pressure of 920 millibars. And then the last one, number 5, Hurricane Andrew, we remember that, 1992, Cat 5, pressure at landfall 922 millibars, destroying 125,000 homes in Miami, costing $60 billion at the time. Most expensive natural disaster at the time it happened.
And that was the prices back then.
Now, those were the top hurricanes as far as how much damage they caused?
U.S. landfall, I think by wind strength, those were.
Wind strength.
That's shit.
Gotcha.
180 mile an hour winds.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
Yeah, you don't survive that.
No.
All right, let's move on to our next topic, which we've had a couple of weeks in a row where Tomcat has gotten into arguments with various humans. One week it was Memphis. They were arguing. I don't even remember what it was about.
We don't remember either.
He's volatile.
We've moved on from it.
So we've moved on from that argument, and then we were making music in here on a Friday. And
oh, no.
I didn't do that.
Tomcat got into it with Dirty Red.
He yelled at me.
You guys yelled at each other.
Did you ask him to go outside?
No.
Oh.
We did go.
Then Tomcat gets into an argument over the weather, climate change. He starts arguing with a chatbot over climate change.
I did do that.
Interesting.
Now, Tomcat continues to argue with his chatbot. This time, it's about another topic. It is abortion.
Dun, 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 dun.
His girlfriend.
Oh, everybody's favorite topic. Listen.
His girlfriend don't talk.
I just wanted to ask the chat bottery and see what it said, because I've heard
what did you ask it?
People were saying women are being forced to have abortions who are being raped. So I asked the chat bot, how many women a year are being forced that are being raped to have abortions? Chat bot says none. Says there are no cases. So I don't know. Just find that odd.
I think you asked me about it, and then I looked into it myself, and I did see where it says that there's not a record kept on this, and that some women may be keeping that private.
Right, yeah. I would imagine they would.
No, it says that there's no evidence that the government is keeping women from having abortions because they've been raped.
It says there isn't a definitive number of women in the United States who are forced to have abortions following rape. Data on forced abortion specifically related to rape is limited because such cases are complex and underreported. Then we went on to ask, is there proof of at least one case this year or in the past, a specific case that is public knowledge? And it says, yes, there has been some documented cases over the years where women have reported being forced or coerced into abortions. As you read on, it seems as though this happens in human trafficking, where survivors are reporting that they're being forced into abortions by their traffickers. And then also abusive partners or family members, where parents are saying, hey, Jimmy knocked you up and Jimmy don't have a job, so we're going to kill this baby. And it's coming from the parents. So in Tomcat's defense, if that narrative is being led that, when all these women out there are being raped and then they're being forced to have these children, it seems like that's just not true. So
I wasn't really arguing with it. I was just trying to use it to see if it had the data. Because if it had, right away, it was like all these cases where the government stopped a woman from having an abortion, I would have been like, okay.
I just say this, not tell a woman what to do with her fucking body, and that's turn the page.
Well, she's also, there's violence involved because you're killing another human being. So it's not just her body. There's another body involved in it.
That's your opinion.
No, that's a fact.
That's none of your business.
I think I saw something, I think it was last week, and I can't remember what state, but maybe it's Missouri or maybe
it might have been
Colorado.
Missouri.
It's one of the states when they overturned Roe versus Wade, and they said we bring it to the states, and 2 states in the Midwest immediately made abortions illegal.
Missouri, it was definitely Missouri.
In those states, there are 5 to 7 cases of rape that they cannot go. They either have to go to another state. Those have not been recorded yet. But you got to remember, Roe versus Wade just got overturned, so it's going to take time for those cases to go into court and then register as cases that actually happen. I would say it's too new to know what that is, and they're in the middle of fighting those cases right now. And in those states, was it Colorado, Missouri, and Indiana or something? I don't remember.
What we do know,
what states it is?
What we do know already is that since Roe v. Wade's been overturned, 32,000 lives are saved every year. 32,000 more babies are born every year since it's been overturned. So,
well, what are you gonna do?
So
what are you gonna do? But people,
you can look it up.
People know. People.
Go ahead. I don't want you to take anything that I say on face value. You look it up.
No.
Everything.
I will.
No, I'm saying.
Who is talking? I'm just kidding.
Look, it's a damn ghost in here.
What I'm
saying is, they want these women to have these babies, but then they have these babies and they can't do nothing with them because she can't take care of them, or she was forced to have a baby that was out of rape or whatever the case may be. That's not fair to her or that baby. She don't want to bring that baby in the world. I just don't think people should have a man don't have no say in what a woman should do with her body.
One concern I know that I'm hearing from women is that it's hard for them to go find a gynecologist these days because they are having very strict rules on the doctors and how.
Catch me outside. How about that?
And,
that was loud.
Okay. But these doctors, gynecologists are going out of business because now if they're practicing medicine and they happen to do something wrong with these new laws, they can be sued. They can be fined. So I don't know all the laws and how they've changed, especially here in the state of Florida. But there are a lot of gynos that used to see vaginas and now they're not seeing them.
It's stupid.
They like to see. Well, let me just say, when Roe v. Wade got overturned, it sent it back to the states, and that's where it's supposed to be. The states are the laboratories of democracy, and they're going to work through it.
Yeah, but you can't.
And that is how it's supposed to be. It's not supposed to be a rule from on high for all this. Can I talk?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Go ahead. If you want to talk, go ahead.
No, I just want to say that I agree on a lot of things that you're saying in that part. But when it comes to violating or restricting the rights of somebody's human rights, their ability to make their own choice for their own health, and restricting health care for that care, that's fucked up. You can't do that. And if states are going to do
so
shit
are we
like
talking
that,
about the baby or the woman? Are we talking about the baby that dies? What about their care?
Yeah, well, there's instances where women are dying because the fetal is already dead and the fetus is dead in the body. And
those are like 0.5%. We talked about that.
It doesn't matter.
It does matter.
No, it doesn't, ass.
I think it does
you
matter.
can't restrict anybody, okay?
What
Just
I'm
like
saying
they
is,
can't point you out and say, you can't do this, but everybody, can't do that. No, you can't take human rights away from people.
The reason you are taking it away from the baby who was killed.
No, but it's not. Oh, my God. It's not that simple. You're talking about a person carrying the baby. You're talking about a person that has to care for the baby.
They are choosing.
You're talking about a person. No,
Are you
they're
gonna
not
yell?
always. They're
Okay.
not always choosing. But you got to let me finish. They're not always choosing anything. All right. And even if they do, it doesn't matter. It's still their fucking choice. Just like they can't tell you got to cut your balls off when you're 18 because you can't get nobody pregnant, because that's essentially the same shit. Like, no, it doesn't work like that. You can't tell people to do what to do with their body. If it has a fucking moral problem with you, take it up with your fucking God, because you know what? He's the one that's going to punish them if, in fact, he's real. If he's not, then that's on you. You have to not do that. You're the one who have to listen to him and not fucking follow that shit. And if somebody else doesn't, oh fucking well, they'll figure that out when they die, won't they?
Wrong Brown.
Oh, man.
Nice job. Nice job, Raymond.
Jeez.
I don't know how to
TK, you
Shit
lost
right there, boy.
TK, you lost to the
Invisible.
shadow of Ramo.
You obviously weren't listening to what was said. If you think that
I agree with a lot
I
of
lost
stuff
an
he
argument by
says.
defending the unborn babies
No,
of this
and
world.
that's right. No, you're
disgusting.
100%.
That's
that,
gross.
That needs to be
was like-
definitely discussed. And that
I think
needs
you have to have a
be-
balance. It has to be a
of course,
balance.
there can be rules and shit where shit like that doesn't become a problem. They can fix that and get the women help that need
Right,
it.
and that's what the states
Yeah.
are doing. They're working
Yeah.
No,
through
they're
it, like
not.
I said.
No,
Like
they're
if-
not. They're banning it and making people fucking jump through
Two
hoops
states,
and
two
die.
out of two. That's 48 states that didn't.
We're doing a podcast, guys. We are.
You see? So
I
two
love
states did, 48 states didn't.
That's
I mean,
good.
that's the way it works here in the United States.
That's good.
A fucking idiot.
All right, let's move on to our next topic. Now, this woman, I don't know how many
was good.
abortions she's had,
Oh no.
but have you guys ever heard of Bonnie Blue?
Because you
What?
needed the money?
Anybody know who Bonnie Blue is?
Bonnie Blue, we dropped our goo.
Who'd she blue?
Is that like a ice cream?
I think that's Blue Bunny you're thinking of. Tastes just like the good old days.
Yeah, who the fuck is this bitch?
Bonnie Blue, if we could go to the truck, I know they got a video ramped up, ready to go. She's an OnlyFans star who's setting her
Oh,
sights.
no.
She's setting her sights on breaking
OnlyFans.
a world record.
Bonnie Blue.
Roll the tape. Do we have the audio from the tape?
No.
What are you guys doing in the back over there?
Was it a friend of yours that said Lily, and she said she wanted to do 100 in a night?
Yeah, she's doing 100 in a day.
100 in a day, yeah. So she managed to do that.
I think that's next. It's in October at some point. Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything you have like that? Any goals you'd like to set for yourself or achieve?
Definitely. I don't know if to do it next year or wait till I leave the industry, but I want to beat the world record. It's
for what?
948 people in one day.
What the fuck?
It's every 4 to 5 seconds.
That's crazy.
Every 4 or 5
Yeah.
seconds?
Like some French woman
Definitely be
currently.
sought after that.
Yeah, she currently like holds the world record. And I was like, if I'm like either next year or when I leave the industry, it's like I need to go out with a bang. So yeah, that's definitely what I want to do.
That's like your retirement, like you're like done then.
Yes, like, it honestly,
gonna be done,
logistically,
alright.
it'd be so difficult getting that many people. And, like they need to be hard before they put it in. Like it's hard to organise.
Yeah, because it has to be so quick, like fast paced.
Yeah, like you can't be like messing around.
You
And I
can't-
don't
you
want
can't even
really
break
big
for lunch,
ones.
babe. Like
I know, I'll have to not eat before. I'll have to have that suction thing to get all the poo out before.
Oh my god.
Oh, no, I've heard
5
enough.
seconds. What the fuck?
So that was Bonnie Blue, and I guess there's a world record out there for
5 seconds.
sleeping with the most men in one day. I didn't know there was a world record, but according to this video, 948 is the record. And
Wow.
What the
Bonnie
fuck?
Blue is looking to break that
When
record.
was that record?
Who got the record?
Maybe we could look that up
I think it
on
was your
ChatGPT.
mom.
You can't handle the
I'm
truth.
sorry. My bad. That's a your mother joke. No one specific, just a you're out there. Just,
Hey man,
just kidding.
listen. As many mama jokes we
How do you
throw
think you
around
got here?
Like we throw so many of your mama jokes around here, and I'm like, wow, he got me on that one.
It wasn't directed at you. It was just
I
a,
know.
it was just a random.
I know, but
remark.
I'm like, damn it. As soon as I finished saying, I was like, one of them gonna get me.
All right, we did look this up on our supercomputer, and the supercomputer has said the record for the most sexual partners in a single day is often attributed to a pornographic actress. What do you say? Her name is Lisa Sparks, who reportedly engaged with, I got the number wrong, 919 men in 24 hours during a promotional event at the World Gangbang Championships. This was back in 2004. She has held this record.
championships?
Where's that party at?
What the fuck?
This was my.
I don't know how
So
many
she's-
people are looking to break that record.
So she's competing against
man.
other bitches
And who the fuck wants to be in on that?
And
Like,
can we?
No,
I kind of. Is it me or do
872?
you just want to kind of like see what this chick's hoo-ha looks like? It's got to be just.
Man,
just.
Can you imagine?
It's just. It's just.
She want to get.
She's loose lips, Lisa.
Shit, loose.
Well, I mean, she was a porn star. I'm sure that was going on before this.
Like,
She got the flapper crapper.
She ain't gonna have no lower torso. They gonna fuck her. They gonna fuck her ass to her fucking ribs.
How fast are these dudes jizzing? Because
She
I mean,
said 4 or 5 seconds each.
Oh,
and ain't nobody. So what the fuck are you doing?
You gotta be blue balls for like a month, 2 months. Then you gotta
5
go in,
seconds
show
each.
up. You gotta have the fluffer work you, and then boom, 5 seconds.
Now, do these guys have to finish, or is it just
So
an
I'm
insertion?
saying this is
the
just
fuck?
insertion.
I
it
hope
seems
not.
Like. This is just penetration.
Who signed
Okay.
up for that?
This is not doing that
No.
many guys. It's not fair because if all they're doing is just getting a vip in and out, that's not screwing 900 guys. You
Well,
got to
I
go
think
until
technically it is.
Yeah,
I
do the
think.
whole job.
that's not
Nut.
fair. She's got to go until they nut. That's
Yeah,
screwing
that's-
100
yeah,
guys. you
right,
know?
right,
That's
right.
the thing.
What,
You
what
gotta
about
go.
what about her?
This
Fuck
is-
that.
Four
What
strokes
about
doesn't do
Tomcat?
it.
What
We
about
need
her,
to get a
Tomcat?
real whore, like a fucking Pall Mall
Hey.
smoking
Hey.
60-year-old Vegas lady. Come out here and show them how it's done and run through like 900 guys. Might take a fucking week,
Yeah,
but she does it, you know?
So can
Bringing her
can
food
we,
and shit.
one
Can we
day.
have the
He's
can we have the
disgusting.
guys in the back?
He
do
has
the
a
math on
girlfriend,
this?
everybody.
Can we get the average of how many strokes does
Yeah,
it
so,
take?
like how long? Like
Well, she said every 4 or 5
Oh,
seconds.
No. How many strokes
but
does
how,
it take for
how
a
many
regular
people
guy
per
to nut?
hour? But how many people per hour does she get?
So
Did
how
she
many
take-
licks does it take to
Yeah,
get to
does she
this?
take a
Well,
break
it's-
or something?
You'd have to
you know?
do the math of there's 24 hours in a day, and
And
she's
divided
got to
by
beat
919.
919.
So divide that.
Somebody take 919
Well, I
and
don't
divide
have a
it by.
calculator in front of me right
You
now.
went to
I
college,
do.
bro.
So
Somebody-
I ain't
somebody
that
has a
damn
phone.
good off
This
the top of my
voice
head.
is annoying.
Shut up, Deb.
Somebody
I'm
do the
fine.
math.
Call
I'm doing it.
Ghostbusters.
It's God.
Can we call Ghostbusters?
919 divided by 24, and you will get the equation you're looking for. What is it, Tomcat?
I'm looking for my
I appreciate
calculator.
you. Are
Here it
helping
is.
me with your
I found the
arithmetic.
calculator.
919 divided by 24.
2.61 seconds.
Oh, way to show me up.
Damn.
That's not going to do it by seconds.
That's like
Tomcat's good.
That's how many an hour she has to do. So what's the number, Tomcat?
Tomcat, what you gonna do with the other
Oh, I thought he
1.6
had it.
seconds?
No, what's the number?
Watch TV.
Let me see.
Make a make me a sandwich.
Sandwich.
If she will.
I love it. Yeah.
Are they
Make her
gonna-
wash her hands.
And while we figuring this number out, I have another question. So say you go
They
in
didn't
and
say there'd be
you
math.
ready to go and you get in there, you bang, 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 you go. What about all the motherfuckers who instantly go to sleep? Or they have cots there or some shit for motherfuckers can pass out for a little bit?
They got
you know what I'm
Ramo there
saying?
fluffing them.
Are they gonna have like snacks in the back?
Getting paid well.
Cigarettes and joints.
20 bucks
cognac.
is
What the fuck?
I went ahead and got the number because there's
What
no
about
sense
Trailer
in
Park
waiting
Boys?
on Tomcat.
That's
Do you want-
1,440. I guess minutes
No,
in
no.
a day.
That's people.
The equation I have is every hour she would have to bang 38 guys, 38.2 guys every hour.
That's doable. It seems like.
38.2.
And you got to keep that pace for 24 straight hours. So it's 38 guys.
Hold
an
your
hour.
legs up, ho.
That's you
What's
know,
that, like
you
2
know
pumps?
what, man? Like how fall.
My bad.
Can't you just
Listen,
get on
I'm
fucking?
high as a motherfucker right now. We falling like a motherfucker for us as a
Yeah, this
society.
is going simple.
That's enough.
Yeah, I'm really
That's
high.
enough.
I'm really high today.
I like that.
It does seem like this is going on in Europe. If I heard their accents, I don't think they're from America.
Oh, you know,
So it looks like a European
you know
girls
some
are really.
American motherfuckers gonna be
That's enough.
flying over there with their flag. America, we finna get in this pussy.
I don't know, man.
Gentry,
Again.
38 every hour.
38 an
So
hour.
one is that 1 minute 57 seconds?
Roughly.
Well, if you do 38 in an hour, there's 60 minutes in an hour.
Yeah.
Right.
So that
That's
means that each one would have to.
1.57.
Yeah.
Not even a full
That
minute.
seems about right.
Not even a full
Everybody
minute.
gets a minute.
Barely.
Well,
That's
Not
all.
even.
That's all I need, really.
Like
Do you
Yeah,
get a
second.
T-shirt?
everyone gets almost 2 minutes actually.
Do you
No.
get a T-shirt?
I'd say the
1 minute 57
or do you
seconds.
gotta buy?
Yeah.
Do they give you free
There's
shirts?
there's 2 seconds to pull out. The
Right.
next guy. So yeah, you know.
I'm glad we've gotten scientific and really came out with a math equation. Maybe this
Way too
woman
much
should
information.
hire us as consultants.
She
And
gonna walk around with all that jizz in her.
what number would you want to be, Memphis?
gonna
You
nut
could- would you?
I would not want to. I would want to be negative everything. I won't even be in the city where that is going. Like, no. That's disgusting. Man, that's
my
fucked
jacket.
up, man. Like, goddamn.
All right, we have our.
Can you imagine the smell?
We have our not so good newsman who's putting on his sports blazer and getting prepared for yet another award-winning not so good
We got another
newscast.
stranger.
He's got a nice hat on this week, though.
Thank you.
Tomcat, what do you got in
There's
the
that
wide
voice.
world of news?
Yo, check it. It's October 16th, and my new segment, Top 5 Trending Topics on Twitter today are Tell Me Lies, which is an American drama television series created by Megan Oppenheimer based on the 2018 novel of the same name. Also, Ted Cruz is trending, number 2, who is running a tight Senate race in Texas. Also, number 3 trending topic on Twitter is something called How Poetic. This is a spangram for the New York Times game Strands. It's a daily puzzle, and that's one of the ways to solve it. Number 4 is The Edge of Sleep, which is a new TV show about a night watchman who finishes his shift at work to discover that everyone in the world who went to sleep the previous night has died, which looks good. I might check that out.
Damn.
The Edge of Sleep is the name of that. And Alfred, which is a new software. It provides faster access to applications, files, folders, dictionaries, and various systems and functions. Alfred is similar to Mac OS Spotlight function, but offers higher degree of customability and extensibility through its action system known as workflows, which is really cool. I want to check that out. Also new, what serial killer was born on October 16th? Andrea Cicciolato, 1936 and 1994, was one of the world's most prolific and barbaric serial killers, born October 16th, 1936 in the Ukraine.
What was that name again?
Andrea Cicciolato.
Oh, Cicciolato.
I like that gum.
Cicciolato.
Hopefully we have a copycat.
October 16th is a date which has many historical events, including the French Revolution. After the French Revolution, Marie Antoinette was beheaded on this day in 1793.
Wow.
1916, when Margaret Sanger opened the first birth control clinic in the U.S. That's crazy. We were just talking about that.
Yeah.
1946, 10 Nazi leaders are hanged at the Nuremberg trials.
Wouldn't they be hung or are they hanged?
They're hanged, H-A-N-G-E-D, it said.
Hanged.
1962 Cuban Missile Crisis begins as President JFK is shown photos confirming the presence of Soviet missiles in Cuba. That was nuts.
Cuba.
I wasn't alive. 1964 China becomes the world's 5th nuclear power. Bastards. And in
Godzilla?
1986, Rolling Stones guitarist Keith Richards organizes a concert celebrating rock and roll legend Chuck Berry's 60th birthday at the Fox Theater in St. Louis, Missouri. Performers include Johnny Johnson, Eric Clapton, Etta James, Linda Ronstadt, Robert Cray, and Julian Lennon, among others.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice lineup in my city.
And of course, last but not least, 1995, the Million Man March, a gathering of black men meant to foster unity in the face of economic and social issues affecting African Americans, was held in Washington, D.C.
Nice.
On this day in 1995, the Million Man March.
I remember that. Yeah.
Today is World Bread Day, so get that bread. Let's get to the news. It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. My first story is a funny story about police officers in Bay Village, Ohio, responding to quite the call on Monday night. With the police department confirming officers were dispatched to the area of Wolf Road and Sadler Road for a runaway pumpkin.
Old Wolf and Sadler.
Check it out. This pumpkin pretty much envelops this officer when he tries to get a hold of it. Watch this. Here he comes, and he's about to go down.
Yeah, we got a runaway jack-o'-lantern out here.
That's big.
He got him.
I'll be like, what the
He got
fuck?
him. Officer down. Officer down.
1032.
With the help of another officer, they were eventually able to get it off the road. Luckily, no officers or pumpkins were harmed. They got it back to the people whose it was, the homeowner.
I bet they would have shut. Never mind.
That's a big pumpkin.
Next up,
Surprised they didn't shoot
I bet
him.
you guys remember this guy. We did a story a while back about a Portland man who freaked out and road raged himself onto an active parade route.
Oh, yeah.
That man is now being sentenced to...
I do remember
Oh,
this
yeah,
guy.
I remember him.
Remember this guy?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that motherfucker was fucking crazy. Hold on, let that play. Wasn't that Miami or some shit?
He was stuck
in
in he was
Portland.
stuck in traffic, and he just decided,
He lost his
I'm not
shit.
waiting in
He
traffic
starts
no
vaping.
more.
Yeah. He gets on the parade route. They pull him over. He's going bananas. Anyways, he just got 5 years in state prison earlier
That's
this
it?
month. Yep, he agreed to a
He's
plea
out
deal.
of his mind.
He went nuts.
This motherfucker was like for real Grand Theft Auto.
You remember that. All right, next up, an Arkansas father was arrested and charged with first-degree murder after he shot and killed a 67-year-old man he found in a car with his 14-year-old daughter. What do you think about this, Gentry?
She sounds like a chomo.
According to the Lanarkey County Sheriff's Office, deputies responded to a 911 call about a missing juvenile around 1:12 a.m. on October 8th. While they were en route to the scene, they learned a 14-year-old girl's father, Aaron Spencer, had located the juvenile in a vehicle with Michael Foster, a 67-year-old man, and he shot him. Killed him.
It's good. Should have cut off his balls first.
What do you think about that? All right, next up. Olivia Rodrigo nearly seriously hurt herself during a concert while performing in Melbourne, Australia on October 13th. The Grammy winner was hyping up for her sold-out crowd across the stage. However, in a video shared by Bunkasmunk on X, Rodrigo ended up falling through a trap door on the stage, used to enter and exit the stage during certain points of the concert. She seemed to be okay after the fall, took it all in stride, but she definitely could have got hurt there. She
What
went
the hell
straight
is
down.
Olivia Rodrigo?
She's a pop artist.
She's an artist. I
She's got a lot of hits.
Yeah, so I shouldn't care.
I bet she has.
Oh, yeah. Too much cocaine. All right, next up. 2 Harvard University students have created new technology that gives users access to your personal information just by looking at you.
Your information? What is the information?
Information. That's right, mofo. The glasses have facial recognition technology and can be used to find out personal information just from looking at someone. Anapu Nugent and Kane Idiafalo created software that can reveal someone's name, address, and phone number and biography just from a single image.
Oh, that's fucked up, man. I don't like
The
that.
pair is using Meta Ray-Bans, which have a camera in the lens, to stream the live video through Instagram, and the program they created within a minute and a half, their scan of someone can return personal information about the person right to their phone. Is it legal? It says every bit of this is legal. There are some restrictions on how governments can use this technology, but not people.
Fuck that.
Next story. Crews with the Coast Guard's Southeast Division rescued boat captain Thursday after the storm we went through. This guy went through Hurricane Milton on a cooler, right? This guy was rescued on his boat earlier than this on Manasota Key, right? And that's exactly where Longboat Key. That's exactly where the hurricane made landfall. He was repairing his boat on Longboat Key. They rescued him there. He went back to the boat, was trying to fix it again, and got blown out to sea on this cooler.
Must be a Yeti. It's got to be a Yeti.
Got to be a Yeti. He's out on this cooler through the entire hurricane. To understand the severity of the hurricane conditions, we estimate he experienced approximately 75 to 90 mile per hour winds and 20 to 25 foot seas for an extended period of time, including overnight. Nuts, dude.
Damn.
He survived. All right, this story is
Did
amazing.
he have any beers in the cooler?
Florida,
He probably
man.
did.
I hope so.
All right, this story is amazing. SpaceX catches giant Starship booster in their 5th flight test. With its engines roaring, the 233-foot-tall, super heavy Starship booster fell into the launcher's tower, enclosing arms lovingly called the chopsticks, hooking itself in place by tiny protruding bars under the 4 forward grids fins it had used to steer itself through the air.
And this is a Elon Musk.
This is nuts. If you got sound on this, listen to how nuts these people are going.
What the hell
To
they
give you
at?
some
The
idea,
arena?
this thing is 23 stories high.
That's crazy.
It's like a hell of a firecracker.
Yeah, dude.
Shit, yeah. All right, this is my last story. It's pretty funny. Before that, where do astronauts keep their food?
In space, in a Tupperware
In their
space.
launch box.
Oh.
Shit.
Dad joke.
Terrible.
Weak.
All right, next up, bonus story. A passenger on a Delta flight has gone viral for jumping behind the counter and having the police chase her all around the airport
That's
lobby
hilarious.
there.
Let me see this.
She's breaking holds.
What the hell?
Uh-oh.
Karen and got loose.
Hell yeah, what the hell's wrong with this
She's
bitch?
pretty fast.
She moving.
This is at Savannah Hilton Head International Airport.
shit.
She's breaking all tackles.
Oh!
Holy
Is that
shit.
Barry Sanders?
Yeah,
It
she
totally,
did.
dude. She totally just juked that
You hear how
motherfucker.
hard he hit the ground?
Dude, he's
No, he clown forever.
you gotta quit,
What
bro.
the heck?
You gotta quit. You are not a cop.
Yeah.
She
It'd have
put,
been funny if his gun would have went off.
she put her foot in the ground and dipped on his ass. His
She
big
choked.
ass
Yeah,
fan.
right?
One more space joke. One more space joke.
What?
How do you organize a space party?
How?
You plan it! Oh! that one's good. No, it's a good.
plan it.
That's the new saying.
That's pretty good, Tomcat.
Nice.
It was,
DK.
it was not so good, but it was.
That was
Not
actually
so
a
bad.
pretty good
Not
one.
so good. Not so
That was
good.
all right, man. That was all right.
I'm indifferent to it.
That was good.
You know, you were playing a video from the airport. It makes me think of the woman that went crazy on the plane. If we could roll the tape of the woman who said she went viral maybe 2 years ago. People, for some reason, they get on planes and they go crazy. You remember this video? I can't really hear it.
Oh, yeah, that chick.
She thought it was like a dead person or something, or like a ghost.
Yeah, she thought that the ghost was on the plane or something. This was the lady that went viral in the past. But let's go.
That guy back there's not real.
That's what she's saying. There's a new lady that has now gone viral on a plane.
One?
Yes, this is the newest one. You're going to be hearing about her. If we could roll that bean footage.
Good luck.
This footage has hopefully sound. It's a woman who is completely losing her mind on a plane. At one point says that she's the president of the United States.
Man.
She may be at this point. We're not really sure who is. What do you know about that?
All right, let's see if we have sound from this. You have to unmute the video.
Laugh now. I am the president of this whole goddamn country. Watch see the TV news.
Oh, that's Michelle Obama. What are you talking about?
Word.
I'm not president right now.
I am the president of this whole goddamn country. Watch see the TV news.
If we have more footage of it, she does completely lose her mind for a long time.
She was already lost.
I want to see the whole thing because that seemed like it was chipped off.
That looks like Beetlejuice in a wig.
Yeah, she just went on and on and on, and they tried to get her off the plane, and she lost her phone. She said, "We need to turn around. I left my phone back at the airport."
I would be pissed if I left my phone.
Yeah, she was pretty upset about it. But,
is that her?
What the hell is going on with that?
I don't know what.
Smoking that flocka?
I do not want to be on a plane.
I think that's a different one.
Attempting to open the plane's exterior door.
This is all the crazy stuff that happens on a plane.
Like ayahuasca
See, man,
or something like
fucking, you can't do shit now, man.
Have any of you guys ever had sex on a plane?
I have.
Of course, Memphis has.
Damn right, go.
Was it in one of those small bathrooms?
Yeah, it was on the going on the flight to Amsterdam actually. Oh yeah. KLM was the carrier.
KLM, nice.
KLM.
How much baggage did you drop off?
Enough.
Well, it's been a hell of a broadcast this week. It's good to be back here on the Outcast Podcast. We appreciate you listening. Make sure you like and subscribe on Spotify, on Apple. Thanks to DJ Mighty Mike. Shout out to our brown guy.
Yes, sir. Woo.
Good job, man.
Mighty Mike is in the house.
Yeah.
Shout out to
Thanks for having me.
Ramo G. Shout out for showing up.
The ghost of Ramo.
Yeah.
Baby killer.
Los Ramos.
Hey, I have more kids in here than anybody in here, so you can fuck off.
You are prolific.
Shout out, big shout out to the white guy, Tomcat. And we've saved the best or the black for last. Shout out to Memphis. What's up, man?
I can sell some of my man, y'all be good. Like and subscribe, bitches.
Do it.
We appreciate everybody listening and watching. We'll be back next week, God's willing. So long, everybody.
Yeah.
Woo! I can sell some of my pubic hair right now to a chick. This is true. I'm telling you, I'm that guy.